Buckaroos. Welcome to Cowboy Trailers and Ranches. This is Jimbo Solo. My old buddy Barry. He's a busy man. He's got a lot of things going on. So I'm going to try to navigate this thing solo today. But I have the lovely Miss Patty Franklin with me.
Thank you.
From the Cowboy Roundup,
Thank you
my
so
special
much.
guest. So it's going to be fun because, as you can see in the background, we are at a honky tonk. Imagine that.
Yeah.
And we are at the Broken Spoke Saloon, which, if y'all caught me here a couple weeks ago, I was privileged enough to get to come to their historical marker ceremony. So they were absolutely wonderful in letting me come back to do this with Miss Patty. So here we are.
I think everybody should come once.
Absolutely.
This is.
She's never been.
I've never been, and it is definitely a sight. And the staff is amazing. And wonderful, and sweet. And
amazing people.
Yes.
And it's no wonder it's been here for 59 years, I think.
Oh my gosh.
59 years.
Yeah, it's great.
And the king himself got his start here, and his memorabilia is all over this place. All over this place. So if you ever get a chance, once again, I know I talk a lot about bucket list shit, but got to come to the Broken Spoke because Austin literally built around the Broken Spoke Saloon, and guess what? Now they can't go anywhere.
Now they can't go anywhere.
No,
Yeah, it
absolutely.
is here.
It's awesome. So I told you Barry's not with us today. He's got a lot of stuff going on. My buddy, my Air Force brother, Mike Lasada, I'm gonna borrow this from him last week. Don't hate the player. Hate the game.
Hate the game. That's right.
I love that. I freaking love that. So I've been really dying to talk about this guy because I think he's the best thing for country music to come along in a long time. And I think you're going to chime in with me on this because he's a fellow YO.
Yes.
Mr. Ian Munzik.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not kidding you. I have not been as excited about a country artist, Western artist, in a long time. And I guess the reason I am is because he's bringing Western music, Western lifestyle, the way he grew up on a ranch, cowboying, to country music, and that it couldn't have come at a better time.
Better time. Good values.
Oh,
good kid. Good
oh
family.
My gosh, you know his family.
You know, we've had the opportunity to run or cross paths. Salt of the earth. Good. And don't judge a book by its cover.
No, the hair.
The hair.
I'm telling you.
No, he is a good kid to know and a good family to know.
You got a little story.
I do have a little story.
God, I love stories.
Well, I have a couple of them. So I am fearless.
Share.
I do. Yeah, I'm fearless. Got the opportunity just to literally reach out and grab Ian's arm and tell him we're so glad to see him at Cheyenne Frontier Days. He put on an exceptional concert, and then to have his brothers, Sam and Trist,
musical family,
step out on stage and sing with him. Just wonderful. And then we were at the LCCC banquet, which is Laramie County Community College, and Sam and Trist sang because they were actually college roommates with one of my board members, Seth Klaus. Small world. It gets smaller all the time. All the time.
Small freaking Western.
And so a couple that we run with that do all of our photography, Michael and Michelle McGill, their son is getting ready to graduate from the Marines. Love the Munzik family, the whole deal. So I went back and asked Sam and Trist if they would come out and meet them. They came out. They sent
awesome.
Michael's son a message, and I mean, it solidifies what that they believe in family.
What the Western industry and Western culture is.
We're family, right? And so
cool.
Yeah, Michelle was blown away, and it doesn't get any better than them.
Well, he's got a new song on his White Buffalo album, and I'm not kidding you. If you guys haven't listened to it, you need to, because I'm telling you right now, it'll be to me, it'll be one of the best albums this year. But there's a song on it that I can't get enough of. In fact, I just downloaded it to my phone today for my ringtone.
Good.
Cow Shit in the Morning.
Oh, wow.
You haven't heard it?
No, I have not heard it yet. No.
If you grew up around cattle, if you're even half freaking cowboy, you need to freaking listen to this song because it is badass. I mean, it's cow shit in the morning. Who don't like cow shit in the morning?
You know what? My dad used to always say, money, 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 money.
Boom, boom, boom. Yes.
So it's the best.
Love that. So I'm gonna take a second, reach out to our sponsors, Rodeo Rigs out of Montana, Ranch Texas, always in the house, doing a great job. Go to the website ranchtexas.com. Him Western Wear, sport coat of the Cowboy Trailers and Ranches, Mr. J Potts. Laredo Conversions, always building the coolest trucks. Appreciate you. Beaver Box, the hat boxes that we're sporting. Reach out to Mr. Scott Powers on the Beaver Box. And in the house, like I promised, the Cowboy Roundup. And I'm telling you, she is going to give you guys an earful on that foundation, how you can get involved, and just what a freaking great cause it is. I'm so freaking tickled for you to be here. It's just, I'm like, boom.
Yeah. We're really excited about it. We've just gotten a lot of opportunities, and being able to come on this podcast, we drove down, and I've been just so excited to be a part of this, being a sponsor of this.
Sponsor. By the way.
I'm so excited. I just think that it's going to bring a lot of good exposure to the Western industry.
Which that's why we're here. So I will kind of did, but I didn't. I'm going to introduce you to Miss Patty Franklin, the Cowboy Roundup, and she is out. She came all the way from Shawnee, Wyoming, guys, en route from a bulldog.
A bulldog in
Alabama.
School. Yep, in Alabama.
So, there you go. Yes. Floor is yours.
Thank you. Well, we are the Cowboy Roundup. We formed about a year ago. Award rodeo clinic scholarships to athletes 7 to 24. Just what we saw was there is going to be a need to have kids continue to rodeo and be a part of the sport. I don't want to say that there's a drop, but there is a level of interest that really isn't there, that needs to be there for us to continue to do what we do, to have the big shows that we have. And so we set out, my daughter and I, and Ellie Hageman, and decided that this was something we were going to do. And last year we were able to award 9 $1,500 scholarships to athletes all over the United States, 1 in Canada, and see if we can't continue to generate rodeo champions. And so we've just been able to kind of do that. This next year, we want to award 70 $1,500 scholarships. So,
swing for the fence.
Go big or go home, man. I'm telling you, we're going big.
That's
and
so
awesome. We just we're out trying to share it one person at a time, and hoping that with podcasts that more people get involved, see what we're doing, and
chipping away.
Right?
That's what I always say.
And it's not that the scholarships that these kids get awarded are bad. I have a master's in marketing and management, but we need clinic scholarships. We need these kids being in front of world champions, I've been with Cash and Rope Myers. I've been with Tyler Wagasback, Kyle Irwin, Tyler Pearson. We had kids that just went to Martha Josie's clinic. Shaved 2 seconds. This little gal shaved 2 seconds off of her time, and she won the Martha Josie saddle.
Spreading the love.
It's spreading the love. And she's out of South Dakota. And right before she was supposed to go to the clinic, her horse tanked, and she had to go buy another horse. And that drive, that's what we're looking for, is those kids that want to be in that arena and really continue the traditions.
Right on.
Yeah.
So if you're out there politicking like you are,
yeah,
who are you looking for? what would they have to bring to the table? What's your playbook, so to speak, on how to get involved?
How to get involved. I am doing it. Well, right now I'm doing it one person at a time. And so like I said, I'm hoping that with podcasts that more people generate and are generated and come to us. We're looking for big sponsors. We're looking for people that want to donate to see the tradition continue. We've got a couple of people that have donated $1,000. And so we're really chipping away at it. We did start a program that where kids could go out and sell raffle tickets. They get a portion of the raffle ticket they sell, and then we have 3 horse trailers that will be raffled off in we're thinking August 19th. But
that's kind of big.
Yeah, and then
being in the horse trailer business, that's a big deal. Good
yeah,
for you.
Thank you. Every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. We just want people to see the vision and continue, jump on board with us. Yeah.
Well, for everybody listening and watching out there, I mean, if you have any passion at all about the sport of rodeo and youth rodeo, obviously, you know what? We talk about the Western industry and how we as Cowboys, Trailers, and Ranchers are trying to bring light to it, every week. This is a really cool part, or a really cool thing how you guys can get involved. And you know what? Even if you have to go together, or if you know somebody that is really looking for that tax write-off,
yes,
right? And this is a great cause, because I'm not saying without this, but I mean, all these kids, all these youths, they need all the help they can get, because we talk about it all the time. It's not something that's getting bread every day, right? So I mean, we need to keep this thing going. We need to keep the sport of rodeo going. We need to keep the Western industry going, and this is a great way to do that.
We are a 501c3 organization, so yes, it is tax deductible. We have had the opportunity to work with Wrangler, came on last year, did a little bit with us. But where we're a youth organization, we're really looking for some of the other youth organizations or the sponsors. Cinch, we would love to work with Cinch, just because they really see the need.
They do.
Yep. We'd like to be able to work with all the rodeo clinicians that are out there. We got a chance to meet Tyler Waxback this last weekend.
That's a big one.
And he was just amazing. The love that he has for the kids that come to his clinic, you cannot say enough about this guy. And what we noticed about his clinic, above some of the others that we've seen, is how fun. They made it fun. And they told stories about where they came from as youth. And that keeps those kids excited. Yeah. There was a kid there from Oklahoma, Creed, and I had met him at the Border Bash. And so he was kind of excited. He's like, oh my gosh, I didn't think you would be here. And he'd been shoot dogging this whole time. Well, he was able to come off of his horse. And, well, I'm not going to say that he didn't, because I left halfway through on Sunday. But to have that first ride, and that's the other thing, when you're going to these clinics with world champions, they put you on their horses.
Right.
It's a different feeling to be on a world champion horse.
And that just fuels it. I mean,
yeah.
Just think back, if anybody out there remember growing up rodeoing, I mean, that fuels a kid bigger than life, right?
Excitement,
Oh, gosh.
And you shoot dog
just sitting there
and roll that steer over, and here comes this world champion up and fist bumps you and says, good job.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're hooked. You're in, and that's what we want. We want those kids to be hooked and continue to do this and love it.
You know what? I remember when I rode my first bareback horse, and I got my ass handed to me. Got stepped on. And you know what? I remember one of the veterans, one of the older cowboys that had been had been riding for a long time. He came, the first one to come over, help me up, tell me, man, get your ass back on there. Don't quit. You know what? I see it in your eyes. You've got that fire. And from being told that was, I mean, that was a huge kick in the butt. And I mean, so you're talking about that all the time with these guys, right? I mean, that's the coolest thing in the world.
Mike Wagasback, Tyler's dad, was there helping, and he got to telling some stories too. And when you have the generations of kids that are out there, and you get to see, we have all had the challenges, but you know, we've been stepped on, we've been, you know, beat up, the whole deal. But they have
caught in your rigging.
Yep, they have to, and they're okay with it. You know, they're like, hey, you know what? It happens.
It's part of it.
It's part of it.
Part of it.
Right? And what he told this one kid is, you'll never know until you hit the dirt.
That's
and then once
right.
you hit it, you hit it. You know
not
what
going to be
feels
successful
like.
until you fail.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
That's life lesson. That's a life lesson. Right.
Yeah. So it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Man, I'll tell you what. I'm telling you this. I mean, this lady has such a great cause. When she reached out to me on TikTok, and neither one of us can stay on TikTok. Yeah, exactly. I can't stand it. But guess what? You know what? It led to right here, right?
Yes.
So it wasn't too stupid after all, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, I know, and I talk about it every week. I mean, I'm really excited because it really hits home, and for this sport of rodeo to keep going this way, guess what? It's got to start down here.
Yep.
So if you got a love for the sport, you got a love for kids. Guess what, man? This is a great foundation.
We're having a lot of fun going out and actually spreading the word, and you know, we've had the opportunity to work with people like Western Sports Foundation and Rodeo Kids, and there's a lot of organizations out there that help kids. They're probably not as vocal as me, and as you know, like I'm just jump out in the middle, and I'm like, here.
Or go down the road and conversion fan with a big ass sticker that says Cowboy Roundup.
Yeah, you can't miss me. You cannot miss us.
I pulled in today, the book spoke. I'm like, oh, there's Patty.
We're here.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So
you know what, you love what you're doing. You got a passion for what you're doing, which I freaking love. That's why I guess this is gonna freaking work. You know, we both have a passion about not only the Western industry but about rodeo.
Yeah, you know, and our kids. This is what I've been talking with parents about. These parents are pushing these kids to go and do, but you know, there's kids out there that aren't being pushed.
No.
And they're doing it just because they have that love, and their parents are finding the way to get them down the road. And so not only do I want to shout out to kids that want to continue in rodeo, but I want to shout out to parents. We're not giving up on you either.
No.
We're right there. Yeah, we're in there. You know, if I'm trying to find a fuel sponsor that gives parents, you know, extra money going down the road. These kids need to be a part of what we've got going on, and I don't care if it's National High School, Little Britches, junior high, WCRA, college.
That you're part of this year.
Yep,
right?
We work with 180, or trying to work with 180 different colleges. Del Knows in Powell, Wyoming, has been a great supporter. We just went out to Cal Poly and saw Ben Londo, and he is got an amazing program out there. Great kids.
Nice.
So we're trying to match.
This lady does not let the grass grow under her feet. I thought I traveled a bunch. Holy cow. I think she needs a new set of tires already on that van.
Yeah, he's a tire sponsor next for everything we're doing. But no, you want to keep all of these organizations, and then the PRCA. We all have to come together to keep it going. I just truly believe that's where we're at. We're all going to have to figure out how to work together and keep these kids excited about what they're doing.
Absolutely. As the shit show continues in our world, man, we got to keep these kids focused on this sport and on this industry, on this Western culture. Because if not, it's only salvation we got. I mean, that's to me.
I think you're right. one of my board members, Joni Johnson, has got such an incredibly strong faith, and they prophesied that the next coming of Christ will be through the American cowboy. And I believe that is going to be one of the things that we see is they are going to be the ones that take a hold, and not just rodeo cowboys, but cowboys all across, the ranchers, the horsemen. They've got such a strong sense of morals and, faith. I think that's where we're going to see it.
So I got a little fun fact for you.
Okay.
1.3% of the labor force in the United States is farmers and ranchers. 1.3.
Isn't that crazy?
Oh gosh, 1.3.
And that's how you eat.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
People don't realize that is. When I was out in San Luis Obispo, we were down through Salinas Valley, and all of your strawberries come from there. I did not realize that that's where strawberries came from. And then all of the workers go from that valley over to Yuma, Arizona, and that's where your lettuce comes from. Lettuce comes from both valleys.
I did know that because I used to live in Arizona. I did know that.
And I don't think people realize. That's
1.3%, guys. That's, come on. Give your fellow rancher and farmer a hug.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, holy cow! I mean, stop and think. 1%. That ain't shit. Come on.
Yeah.
Be thankful because. Anyway, so another fun fact.
Yes.
Texans, 12.5 million head of cattle in the great state of Texas.
Wow.
We're number one. Nebraska and Kansas 2 and 3. So with that being said, we got a lot of beef here.
A lot of beef.
Here. I don't know Wyoming does too.
Yeah, we
no disrespect.
No, we have little, but but eat your beef.
Absolutely. Oh gosh. Yes. So how can everybody out there get a hold of you?
Well, we are on all sorts of social media. Obviously, we talked about it at the Cowboy Roundup. www.thecowboyroundup is where you can reach us. That's where you can donate. You can apply. Our scholarships are open right now. They're a 500-word essay and a 3-minute video. And go and apply for those. If I pay your clinician and then the balance of the $1,500 goes back to you in your pocket, all you have to do is tell me how you used it, keep track of it, and send me pictures back from your clinic.
Awesome.
And then you qualify for the next year. So, yeah.
I'll say it again. Great foundation, great program. Guys, get involved. If you have any aspirations, I'll get involved. Or you can always reach out to me because I'm a huge advocate of this lady and what she's doing. So you can always reach out to Cowboy Shows and Ranches or myself, and we'll steer you in the right direction. So, once again, how to reach us. Give us some love. Get on our YouTube channel. We're not getting enough love on the YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Spotify, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Buzzsprout, TuneIn Alexa, poke it and love it. Appreciate y'all. So I can't tell you how much I appreciate you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited.
So much. And what a better.
Oh my gosh.
Pretty cool gig.
Yeah. You almost want to be able to turn it around.
Pretty cool gig.
See,
yeah, because we got the band about ready to tune up over here.
Yeah.
Rising up the bow. So that's probably a good time for us to call it a night. So call it a day. So we're going to leave you with this. Letterbuck.
Letterbuck Pendleton.
Keep it Western, right? Keep it Western. See y'all next week.